Hi, what you're listening to right now is BFD Core. It's a brand new refill created in collaboration with the drum wizards at F-Expansion. So what I'd like to do today is give you a quick look at the refill, some of its new exciting features, and demo some of the drum kits included as well. With BFD Core Refill, we're making the claim that this is the most detailed drum refill ever created. And that's not something we're doing lightly. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the justification behind that detailed description. And I'm going to do it by using a snare drum that's coming from a drum kit created by Tom Pritchard called Airy. So let's listen to what the snare drum sounds like first. And let's have a look inside the NNXT that's housing this snare drum. So you can see there's a lot of samples just contained in this snare drum. I'm not going to do the math in my head, but that looks like at least 100, you'd think. Okay, so how does that break down? Basically, there are 16 velocity levels. And if I click this select zone via MIDI, you can see as I play harder, I'm going to get harder and higher numbers here. Okay, and the other thing is that the top three levels, 24, 23, and 22, have alternate playback. So that means that if you play hard, and that would be a velocity value from 112 to 127, it's going to cycle through these three samples in round-robin fashion. Okay, and the other thing is that we've got multiple mics set up for every kit piece. Right now we're looking at the overhead mic, but at any one time we've also got the room mic, and we've got snare bottom and snare top. So we can open up this mini mixer here and mix between these mics. I believe this is just snare top. Then we've got the stereo overheads. And the stereo room mics as well. So you can mix between those to get your own custom mic mix for every kit piece. So not just snare, but kicks, toms, cymbals, etc. Now, beyond that, you can see in this NNXT, we've also got different keys mapped out, and that's for the different articulations that exist on almost every kit piece. So for snares, we've got the regular hit, we've got the roll, we've got the edge, and we've got the half edge. We've had a look at the snare. I want to have a quick look at the hi-hat, in this case, Sabian hi-hat. And you can have a look at the samples here in the NNXT. And this time around, I actually counted, and there's about 530 samples that comprise this single Sabian hi-hat. So in this case, we've still got multiple mics. We've got the overhead, and we've got the room, and a direct mic. So there's three mics that have recorded this hi-hat. Again, as with all kit pieces, it's at 16 different velocity levels, and the top three levels are set to alternate playback. But the really beautiful thing with a hi-hat is the multiple articulations. You simply aren't going to find anything else like this in the refill format. just looking through, you can see all the different MIDI keys that are being used for this set. There's stuff like half, shank, hi-hat, and 3/4 and 1/4. So you can get some really subtle grooves going on that don't use just the regular closed, open tip, and pedal hi-hats that you're used to. Of course, don't get too intimidated because you don't have to use all the articulations if you don't want to. The last thing I want to talk about before I show off some of the kit sounds themselves are all the MIDI files that are included with BFD Core ReFill. We've got well over 2,000 MIDI files included, and you've already heard one of the funk grooves that is included. But there's many more loops, and they're all in diverse genres. So beyond funk, we've got hard rock, and all the way to blues. There's country, Latin, drum and bass, absolutely everything that you could need, and it's all packed inside the ReFill. All you have to do is head in there and import it, just like this. Import MIDI file, head to your ReFill, under MIDI sequences, you've got a loop preview, which is a densely packed MIDI file that has multiple different loops in the same style and fills that you can slice up on your own, or you can go to loop split and you'll get everything split up into different fills, variations. There's just a massive amount of content here. So if you're not a drummer and you're not really comfortable creating your own drum grooves, this is the perfect ReFill for you. So we at Nucleus Sound Lab have taken F-Expansion's awesome drum samples and created 75 different drum kits with them. These kits are created using combinators, and they're created to Nucleus Sound Lab standards. So as you can see here, we have fully mapped combinator controls, and they are on every single drum kit, and they're also unique on every single drum kit. So let's have a listen to Adam Fielding's Excitable on a hard rock MIDI loop. Of course, if you want to use a drum kit without any effects, you can easily just click Bypass Effects, and you'll get the raw drum kit without any compression, EQ, delay, or whatever. Here's a little bit of jazz using Tom Pritchard's Smooth Kit. Finally, as you know, at Nucleus Sound Lab, we love sound design. So we couldn't resist creating some drum kits that verge a little bit more experimental. So let's have a listen to two of those to close things out. We have Nether Kit by Tom Pritchard and Robo Drum by Adam Fielding. Let's start off with Robo Drum. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, it doesn't have just the regular old drum sounds. We've got those as well in BFD Core. Let's move over to Nether Kit. I hope you like this look at BFD Core ReFill. There's a free demo refill available with one complete drum kit that's slightly cut down to save on download costs. As well, we've got a limited time intro price of just $69. This is Jeremy Jansen. Thanks for watching. Cheers.